Welcome to another episode of Blackpack Homestead, Vlogust 26 episode. Tune in, it's going to be exciting, y'all.
Science lesson, folks. Never really had a problem with tomato hornworms in my tomatoes, but we have just found one. And the cool deal about this particular tomato hornworm is the parasitic wasp has laid its eggs onto the tomato hornworm. Check it out. See, there's his horn, thus the tomato hornworm, and he is absolutely covered with the parasitic wasps. So there it is, nature in your backyard. Isn't that cool? So cool, so cool, so cool. Yeah, had to show y'all that. I was gonna get Chris to take a picture of my ox heart out here in the good goldeny hour. See my big ox heart? I'm gonna take a picture, a really cool picture to post. Yeah, and he found that. So there you go. And a rotten tomato because they're laying on the ground, and you know that's gonna happen. So yeah, it's rained here. Got my fluid today. Feeling slowly better, but I'm gonna go in and rest, and I'm gonna turn this over to Chris. Showed you the hornworm with the parasitic wasps. I mean, come on, how many times do you get to see that in person? So yeah, so I'm gonna hand you over to Chris, and we'll say welcome to Blackpack Homestead. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode this Vlogust 25th. I have no idea what Chris is gonna show you, but he's got it all under control.
Hey Marella, we got a quail that got pinned.
Do what?
We had a quail get pinned.
Is he okay?
She?
Is it okay?
I don't know, I have to pick her up and look at her.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Well, I was tractoring my quail, and it's unusual that one got pinned, but one did get his little foot caught. And I'm gonna check it out. She's standing on one foot now that I've noticed, but she seems to be fine. I mean, the minute I heard her chirp, I knew that something wasn't right, so I ran over there and got her free. But yeah, it looks like maybe her foot got it. Let's look and find out. I believe that to be her. And she went wobbling away. I'll give her a day and see what happens. She seems to be a little hobbled, but other than that, she seems fine. I'll check on her in a bit, see if she's still doing her thing. I'm sure these tractors are pretty heavy for a little quail, but it appears her foot had got caught, and that's what it looked like when I ran over and got her free. But these are basically my egg layers, and I get my meat birds by incubating these eggs here, but primarily this is my egg section. And these guys don't have too much longer due to the fact that they've been alive for over a year probably now, and quail generally 2 years they're gone. So I do need to rotate them out at some point. I'll probably end up doing that this weekend. I got the brooder birds down in the brooder here that'll be taking their place. This is a once-a-year event as far as I'm concerned for these guys, and my egg layers live a good life. All my birds live a good life. All my rabbits, all my quail, my chickens, they all, I want to give the best life I can to these guys, you know? So, alright, that's a bummer, but I'll keep an eye on her. That's today's harvest, huh?
Well, I could pick tomatoes, but I want to wait till tomorrow because it just rained.
Okay.
But yeah, jalapenos and okra. So
Yeah.
harvested the first okra I've ever grown. I've never grown okra. I love okra. Okra just kind of breaks the seed rule, but I love it.
Well, what can I tell you? To an extent, it was kind of my fault in getting her little foot pinned. I've noticed when you move these quail, if you put in a full container of food toward the head of the tractor and move it, generally 90% of them will run to the food. In this case, they were kind of all at the back of the tractor and they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. I thought they were experienced tractoring birds. These guys aren't like chickens, they're pretty dumb. But if you use the food trick and your guys are real docile, you put your food in there and the majority of the birds will run to that food and you won't have to worry about getting a pile up in the back of your tractor when you go to move it. So that's what I get for breaking routine, and it's a hard lesson learned. I cannot miss that step. I kind of thought I could this time around, and I've learned my lesson about this, so won't happen again. Food them, move your tractor a little bit, move your food. Yeah, repeat process. So live and learn, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Blackpack Homestead. I hope that you learned something, like to feed your quail as you're moving your tractor. That way that doesn't happen. And just tune in for next episode, y'all. I appreciate it. God bless. Bye-bye from the Blackpack Homestead.